Happy New Year from wherever you're tuning in from. A very good evening as well, and thank you so much for choosing us to inform you on this very first edition of Ebru PrimeTime News, this brand new 2020. Ahead of the program tonight, mixed fortunes as Kenyans usher in the new year. Bundles of joy delivered on day one on one hand, and at least 10 people perish on day one in separate road crashes. That and much more coming up, including. All right, the very first edition of Ebru PrimeTime News of 2020. The year begins right now. Good evening and welcome aboard. My name is Kenneth. Kazungu. Now, Kenyans join the rest of the world in ushering in the new year in style. Some flocking to churches, various venues, and even bars to welcome 2020. For a moment, all the troubles and burdens of 2019 seemed to have been forgotten, and it didn't matter your tribe, religion, or political affiliation, as Kenyans ushered in the new year in dance, cheers, and jubilation. We bring you a mashup of how the new year was welcomed in Kenya and other parts of the world. Still staying with the New Year welcoming parties in West Pokot County, residents ushered in the new year, that is 2020, at the Chelanga Gardens in Makutano town, where leaders urged them to maintain peace and unity. The climax of the celebrations was achieved when fireworks lit the skies from various spots to signal the beginning of a brand new year. Speaking during the celebrations, County Governor, that is Professor John Lonyangapo, said in 2019, West Pokot County faced challenges ranging from drought to floods, but they remain hopeful that 2020 will be a better year for its residents.
Niseme ni kwamba tukikumbuka ile Mungu ametufanyia tusisahau. Ametenda maajabu na siwezi kueleza. Hesabu yangu yote kwa nyumba, hesabu ya jirani, si ndio? Hata ile challenge tulikuwa nayo tu hesabu hiyo tulikanyaka na tukapita, si ndio? Mwisho yangu ya mwaka hii ijayo kwa neema ya Mungu ni hii vitu mbili. Mungu atusaidie. Mwaka hii ambayo inaisha, Mungu alisaidia kuwa na amani. Kwa hivyo tusimamie hiyo amani, tuinue imani. Our faith, imani yetu kwa kila kitu iwe juu. Imani kwa watoto yako iwe juu. Imani kwa nchi yako iwe juu. Imani kwa viongozi iwe juu. Imani kwa Mungu yako iwe juu zaidi. Ndio? Na bidii kuanzia kesho, imebaki a few minutes. Kama wewe ni mkulima, enda fyeka shamba. Kaa tayari. Tunatoa mbegu mara moja, mwisho wa mwezi wa moja, tumeleta mbegu iko tayari, ngojana na nyinyi kwa poma, ndio? Wewe ni mwanabiashara, ngoja. Umeona vile kiosk na ngoja. Inangoja mtu ya bidii, sio mtu yeyote.
All right, as the world was welcoming the new year, some mothers at the Pumwani Maternity Hospital got double, some even triple blessings as they also welcomed little bundles of joy. Stefano Kaindo visited the facility and now brings us the story of newness, joy and delight.
Meet Judith Musheti. Judith is a happy lady. She is holding her bundle of joy in her arms. She named her newborn son Moses. Judith gave birth at midnight.
Mimi niliingia hapa saa 4 usiku na nikapokelewa vizuri, nikabarikiwa na mtoto saa 6 na nikafurahia. Pumwani wanachukua mtu vizuri, si ile unasikia kwa watu ati wanapagua mtu. Na si kuona ubaya yote. Mtoto nampatia Moses.
On her left is Ifresha Mudhoni. Mudhoni is expressing her joy by kissing her newborn child on the forehead. She named her baby Ryan.
Nilikuja Pumwani saa 9 asubuhi. Nikaweza kujifungua mtoto kijana saa 6 kamili. Nilifurahi juu ni mtoto wa kwanza. Pumwani ni mahali mzuri ya kujifungulia. Madaktari wako na wewe kila wakati. Ryan.
We head down the stairs to the CS unit and we meet Susan Sitati. Susan gave birth to twins, a boy and a girl. She praises Linda Mama service, saying it's what all mothers need for ease of service in government hospitals. By the time we were talking to her, she had not figured out the names for her newborn babies.
Na nilipata wageni saa 7 usiku. This is a blessing to me and my family, and I thank God. Nimezalia Pumwani CS. I really thank God for this far. Nimeanza mwaka na furaha. I'm so happy. I have a baby boy and a baby girl.
Susan expounds on her arrival and the service at the facility.
The services are so good. I really appreciate for each and every staff. Wamenisaidia, sijaona anything.
Peter Nderitu is the nursing officer who was in charge when all 19 babies were born.
The nursing officer covering the hospital today, and you are welcome here. And as from last night, that is 12 a.m., we had around 12 normal deliveries and 4 cesarean sections. They were in stable conditions with the good kilograms.
Reporting for Ebru TV, I'm Kaindo Stefano.
All right, to the other side of the coin, and not a happy new year, because road accidents have already claimed the lives of 9 Kenyans across the country. Now, this marks a deadly start to 2020 and has cast a shadow on the wave of celebrations as most Kenyans ushered in the new year. The highest death toll recorded so far is from an early morning accident along the Eldama Ravine, Eldoret, a road in Baringo County at about 5 a.m. that claimed 5 lives. The driver of the car, identified as 27-year-old Philip Kemboi, who is the son of Athletics Kenya officials Barnabas Kitlit, is said to have lost control of the vehicle, which landed in a ditch at Kabonyoni Junction. In Nairobi, 1 woman died and 4 others, including a boda rider, were critically injured in an accident involving an Umoina bus and a motorbike that happened before midday at Makongeni area in Nairobi. In Kericho County, 2 people died following a head-on collision between a car and a motorbike along the Kericho-Litein Highway mid-morning on Wednesday. In Kirinyaga County, a pedestrian was crushed to death and another person seriously injured along the Kutus-Ruambiti Road. All the way to the Vatican now, where Pope Francis has apologized for slapping a woman's hand to free himself from her grip on Tuesday as he greeted supporters on his way to the Nativity scene in the Vatican City. Cameras captured the scene as Pope Francis reacted sharply, exclaimed something and then slapped her hand so she would let him go. Frowning in anger, he turned and strode away in his New Year's wishes to the public in St. Peter's Square on Wednesday. The Pope confessed to losing his patience and apologized.
L'amore ci fa paziente e tante volte perdiamo la pazienza. Anche io. E chiedo scusa per il cattivo esempio di ieri. Per questo la sua salvezza non è magica, ma è una salvezza paziente, cioè comporta la pazienza dell'amore che si fa carico dell'iniquità e le toglie il potere.
All right, back home, and even as we continue to usher in the new year, the weatherman now says you should expect significant rainfall in most parts of the country. The rains expected to pound for 2 weeks come against the backdrop of the heavy rains experienced in the last 3 months of 2019 in several parts of the country that resulted into flooding, which led to loss of lives and the destruction of property.
The new year was ushered in around the country in style, but the weatherman has warned of occasional rainfall during the first weeks of the new decade. Few areas in western Kenya, especially those to the south of Lake Victoria Basin, southern Rift Valley, the southern lowlands and parts of central Kenya are likely to experience episodes of heavy rainfall resulting in flooding in the first half of the month. Some of those counties are Siaya, Kisumu, Homa Bay, Migori, Kisii, Nyamira, Trans Nzoia, Baringo, Nandi, Laikipia, Nakuru, Narok, Kericho and Kakamega. The rainfall is likely to be more than the long-term average amounts received during the same month in other years. Nairobi, Nyandarua, Nyeri, Kirinyaga, Murang'a, Kiambu, Meru, Embu and Tharaka Nithi counties will receive occasional light rains in the mornings, and while in the afternoon or night showers are expected over several places during the first half of the month. The expected total amounts are likely to be above the long-term average for January. The coast region of Mombasa, Tana River, Kilifi, Lamu and Kwale is expected to receive occasional rainfall during the first half January, while sunny and dry conditions are expected towards the end of the month. According to a review of rainfall performance in the months of October to December 2019, most parts of the country experienced enhanced rainfall during the month of December 2019. However, few stations in the eastern parts of Kenya experienced a normal to below normal rainfall. The heavy rains experienced in the last 3 months in several parts of the country resulted into flooding, led to loss of lives and destruction of property. Abdiaziz Hashim, Ebru TV.
In more news making headlines tonight, and the Senate Finance and Budget Committee is urging their counterparts in the National Assembly to work harmoniously by resolving the 2020-2021 financial year Division of Revenue Bill in time in order to end county cash crunch. The committee chair, Mohammed Mohamud, says the 2019-2020 Division of Revenue impasse is hampering greatly on the operation of county governments. Our reporter Jeff Haimba with more details.
It is a new year with a myriad of hopes from the Kenyans. Top among the Kenyans' priority is easy flow of cash into their pockets as compared to the previous year.
It has been a very interesting year. We went through a lot of challenges in terms of, division of revenue between the two levels of government. In fact, remember there was a protracted process we had as far as the DORB is concerned.
The 2019 year was hampered greatly following the standoff between the parliamentarians over the passage of the Division of the Revenue Bill, a bill giving the leeway for the distribution of the resources to the county government. The Finance and the Budget Committee chairman of the Senate, Mohammed Mahmoud, now says they have already kicked off the process of preparing the 2020-2021 financial year, the Division of the Revenue Bill, in order to resolve the tussle between the Senate and the National Assembly.
But also the counties also have to do their bit, because the Senate and Parliament will try our best to make sure that funds are sent to the counties. But the challenges are that counties are not spending the money appropriately. Audit queries are being raised, which concern serious issues of public expenditure, a lot of inappropriate expenditure, lack of documentation, year in, year out. Every other year, the Auditor General is raising a lot of issues. We want to urge the counties that they must deal with that. And also I want to urge maybe the institutions that are dealing with issues of, compliance must do their job. I think be it the Anti-Corruption Commission.
By February, the Parliament will be receiving the budget and the policy statement from the various state agencies before arriving at the Division of the Revenue Bill by April.
And we hope going forward this year, the coming year, the 2021, maybe it will be smoother. But generally, there are a lot of challenges the coming year, because we are dealing also with a new formula. The third generation formula is supposed to stay in place. We have to use that formula now. We have not yet finalized that formula. Discussions are going on now. CRA did propose the formula. We are now engaging the stakeholders. And by April, which are supposed to have gone through, and come June, we must have that new formula in place, which will be applicable in the next 5 years.
The supremacy war between the two houses started when the figures supposed to be shared between the national government and the county governments differed.
The other issues of pending bill. I think pending bill is a serious matter. It has actually, crippled Kenyan businessmen, especially the small-scale businesses. People are crying all over the country that there are no payments which are being made. I think the national government, in a very crude way, is trying to make sure counties pay, but the process of law also must be followed.
The National Assembly backed the National Treasury allocating 316 billion Kenyan shillings to the county government, while the Senate wanted the counties to be allocated 327 billion Kenyan shillings. During the standoff, several county staff downed the tools over delayed payment of their salaries. By now, it's again a do-or-die game in the coming financial year, with the two houses ready to face off. Reporting for Ebru TV, I'm Jeff Khaemba.
All right, from the story about the parliaments, we're going to take a very short break. When we come back, I'll be telling you of a bizarre story in Kilifi County. Stick around for that. Welcome back and thank you for staying with Ebru PrimeTime News. To Kilifi County now, where a man said to be an Al-Shabaab returnee was shot dead in Watamu area last night by unknown people. It is reported that 27-year-old Omar Salim Unda was shot 3 times on the neck and the head at close range. Family and witnesses say Salim was driving a saloon car from Timboni, Watamu, when 2 motor vehicles cornered him near the junction of Dabaso while on his way home. Area Member of Parliament Owen Bayer has condemned the incident and is calling for due process to be followed.
What we heard is that the 2 vehicles were chasing him. You know, one blocked his car and they took him out and actually shot him in cold blood. He was not running, he was not doing anything. They dragged him out of the car, put him on the and shot him at close range in cold blood. You know, after that they got into their cars and left.
Nikifika hapa nikamkuta amelala. Neighbors around walikuwa wamekuja kuwitness hiyo. So nilipoulizia nikaambiwa kuna gari ilimfuata, ikamblock, wakamtoa nje, wakamshoot risasi 3, wakageuza wakaenda sawa. That's the information I got nilipofika hapa. Tulikula lunch pamoja, alafu mimi nikatoka nikamwacha nyumbani. But ndio nasikia baadaye alipigiwa simu na mtu amfuate Timboni. So alipomfia hata pengine hakuonana na yeye, wakati akirudi ndio gari ikamfuata nyuma, wakaja kamblock, wakamtoa kamuua. It's an extrajudicial killing. I can say without fear.
To a special report tonight, and sometimes society is not welcoming to people with physical or psychological problems. But for Timothy Mbogwa, he has beaten all odds associated with stigma against mentally challenged persons by showing them love and care. Stefano Kaindo had talks with Timothy Mbogwa and the team that is the story that he prepared for us.
Wangige Market in Kabete, Kiambu County is a market full of activities. Traders doing what they do best. Everything looks normal, but there is an issue within this market: the presence of mentally challenged persons. In the farthest end of the market is a rectangular tin-thatched shanty fully decorated with beauty accessories. This shanty belongs to Timothy Mbogwa, also known as Muthiomori. It acts as his business place and also a place where he grooms, feeds and also counsels the mentally challenged persons. Taking care of the mentally challenged is Mbogwa's calling, because he himself got helped when he needed it so much. Mbogwa was a medical student in Russia, and his ambitions came tumbling down when he got ill. Mbogwa was mentally challenged for years, came back home and got help.
Is that okay?
We visit Mbogwa at his workplace, and he is attending to David Njuguna, a mentally challenged man from Wangige. David has been ill for many years, and Timothy Mbogwa and Dr. Cosma Kaburu Mutundu intervened. Although David's looks don't reveal much, he was born in 1963.
I'm about to go away.
You're about to go away?
Yes.
Okay.
What for?
Your education?
Just from 4.
From 4?
Yes.
I've been doing this since 2010. Yeah. Since 2010 I've been doing that, and he's not alone. We have over 100 people here that we take care of.
Even though David's situation is improving, his uncle Peter Karanja is a worried man.
Mimi nasikianga baya sana kwa maana alikuwa mtoto mzuri, alikuwa amesoma, alikuwa anasoma na dada yangu kabisa. Akaenda Kilangali High School, akafanya form 4, akapita. Kabla hajapata mahali popote, nilimshukua kama uncle yake, nikaenda naye kahawa. alikuwa anatakiwa kwenda college ya walimu. Maisha yake ikaharibikia hapo. Na hata wakati namuonanga hapa nasikianga vibaya sana.
It's not Njuguna alone who is under Bogwa's care. Meet Brian Chege. Chege was born healthy and kicking, but a car accident at the age of 9 brought about challenges in his life. Since then, Chege has been battling mental illness. Chege has a vision to work and improve his life.
Nilisoma kuanzia primary, nikafanya KCPE. Sasa nikamaliza shule. Sasa nilimaliza shule, sikupata shule, nilisinda nikikaa nyumbani.
Just like any other child, Chege's mom means a lot to him. He takes his mom's advice seriously.
Kuna kitu nataka kusoma. Sasa kama hiyo mamangu, mimi naamini mamangu. Sasa siwezi kataa. Vile mamangu anasema, nakubali.
Monica Wanjiro is Brian's confidant, and she monitors his move and guides his aspirations.
So, tunafuatilia kwa shule. Ndio tuone wamemkubalia venye yako. Ameenda, tukamwambia ni vizuri afanye dressmaking. Kwa sababu yeye mwenyewe alikuwa amejichagulia fanya catering. Na ile shida yako nayo, anaweza akaanguka kwa moto.
Meet Sarah Wangoi. His two sons are mentally challenged. Christopher Nganga and David Washaga got help from Timothy Mbogwa when they were in a bad state of health, and they were taken to Madari Hospital in Nairobi County.
Ameanza kutoka standard 3 na miaka 10 kama imegonjwa. Leo kwanza anapelekwa, huyo Christopher anapelekwa hapa rehab. Kama anatoka amerudi tena namna hiyo, alafu anapelekwa huko.
Sarah hurts a lot from negative village talk about her children.
Unajua watu ni watu. Sijui watu wanasema ni mzuri au ni baya, but watu wengine unajua ni baya. Kwa sababu watu wengine maana huyo Wasaga manampea petrol akunywe. Kama na maona manasema ati niende polisi. Sasa mimi naenda polisi. Namuuliza kama ni mtoto yako umfanya namna hiyo ni mzuri. Manasema enda polisi. Sasa nitang'ana hakuna nguvu ya kuning'ana bado tembelea bati tutaenda Sunday kuangalia.
And when Sunday came, she made her promise real, visiting her sons who were doing great after being placed under medication. Meet Charles Masharia Thairo, who is doing great health-wise after years and years of battling mental illness. Timothy Mbogwa and Dr. Kaburu intervened and placed him under care.
Niko sawa. Niko mgonjwa lakini nimepona. Ndio.
Charles Masharia is a happy and a thankful man since his recovery, and he has some advice to those who hide mentally challenged persons.
Mama umirie. Mone gwa guteithikira. To mundu aithoti wega. Igimera meige umwirigiro hari mwathani mundu ni ahonaga. Ira matigakue ngoro.
Timothy Mbogwa is a household name, and his initiative is well known by many, and this is affirmed by Nyumba Kumi chairman James Mungai Kangunjo.
Long since Masharia has been sick, and Masharia is known here. In fact, it looks different now. He has had a problem with schizophrenia.
So the work is difficult because some parents are so abusive to their parents or to Mr. Mbogwa, or whenever he comes to rehabilitate the kids. But they cannot talk to anybody else except Mbogwa. I don't know what he tempts them with. He has done a lot of work. He has come from far. Hapa alikuwa na arara huko nje. Na wakati alirecover through people helping him, alikuwa hii watu wa beba, kuwa kama watu wa marikito na beba mizigo. Na kisasa the way he is, he don't want others to suffer like he has suffered. That's why he has fronted day and night to see these people have recovered. We appreciate about his work.
We head south of the market. This side of the market is busy. Second-hand clothes and other garments are on sale. In between the iron-thatched structures is a little hiding place, which is home to Abdul. Abdul has a mental illness. Timothy and Dr. Kaburu check on him now and then.
Iko mzuri? Abdul? Iko mzuri? Wewe ni Abdul ama ni wacha kuuliza. Wewe ni Abdul ama ni Zakaria?
Abdul.
Abdul. Zakaria ni nani?
Maybe to be treated free. Who can do it? There is no background. You understand? No so no identity card, no what. So we help what we can. For example, in this case, we make sure that he's clean. We make sure that he's eating. We make sure that when he has something, he had medications.
We head down to the core of Muthomo village and reach at Paul's residence, a wooden house down the hill. Paul comes out and he looks unkempt. He is in a lot of pain. Paul was mentally ill, and his ups and downs during his illness might have caused him an injury that infected his leg. Now Timothy Mbogwa and Dr. Kaburu are working so hard to prepare him mentally because medics say his leg should be amputated.
Mugu iko na shida. Iko na 10 years ago.
And we make sure that every time we have seen him, we make sure that at least we have encouraged him. There is still hope.
Huyu kijana kuna mama alimleta hapa akamdampu hapa na akaenda, na sikuwa na namna kwa sababu alimdampu alafu akahepa, na sikuwa na nia yoyote ya vile alikuwa anafanya. Lakini wakati alimdampu nikasema mimi nitamchukua tu kama mwanangu, na nikasema nitakaa na yeye mpaka nione vile tu Mungu anataka juu ya maisha yake.
Apart from medication, the mentally ill persons receive therapy, the aroma therapy.
He has nobody to look for. He can't turn to mother. The mother died. The father died. The brother died. He only have one sister. And the sister is far from here. Yeah, and he's not well up, also psychologically. Yeah.
About this group, we felt like there are so many mentally ill patients around here. Some are because of the drugs, some are maybe from homes, right? And so many things that give them depression.
Timothy Mbogwa, also known as Muthiomori, has won many hearts within Wangige. Dr. Cosma's contribution too is changing lives. The team is working wholeheartedly to bring a smile to the despairing in the society. Reporting for Ebru TV, I'm Kaindo Stefano.
Wow, it's actually so refreshing to see that in this sick world of ours, we have people who still care. Stefano Kaindo, thank you so much for that report. Let us now go back and shift our attention to the August House, which of course has been a beehive of activities for all year, that is 2019, from controversial bills being passed to strangers in the House. Eric Munene now compiles key events that shaped the course of the Kenyan Parliament from July to December of 2019.
In July 2019, the Parliamentary Budget Office approved the publication of a constitutional amendment bill which, if passed, will require members of Parliament to sit in the cabinet. Also, it was in this month that a section of Rift Valley MPs accused Agriculture CES Mwangi Kiunjuri of colluding with cartels in the Ministry of Agriculture and urged the President to sack him. This is a summary of the 12th Parliament's performance in the final 6 months of 2019.
The Rift Valley MPs rejected the claim of maize shortage and challenged the Agriculture Cabinet Secretary to come clean on who he is working for, after saying the country plans to import 19 million bags of maize, yet farmers were anticipating a bumper harvest in 2 months. The CS said the statements on maize imports were reckless and amounted to insubordination.
If you want to act on facts and reality, those are the facts and reality.
When they are doing the importation, we want to see the procurement procedures. Who are these people who are importing? Who are their directors? And why is it that the ministry is really working for them?
If this kind of importation is going to persist, we are going to have any maize farming in this country. So clearly, these cartels have made the Ministry of Agriculture is looking like a theater of an absurd of some sort.
Tayari wizara yenyewe kupitia kwa kauli ya waziri, kuna kampuni imelipwa bilioni 1.8.
In August 2019, National Assembly Speaker Justin Muturi, in a rare occasion, said that rampant corruption in public service continues to thrive because the executive does not act on recommendations of Parliament on the reports by the Auditor General. He said that when the loss of public funds through procurement is flagged by the Auditor General and recommendations are given by the Parliamentary Public Accounts Committee and Public Investments Committee, nothing happens. Muturi said that the frustrating exercise of implementing these reports has led to Parliament integrating EACC and DCI officers into its committees.
Mr. Speaker. Order members. The Honorable
Kaluma. During the same month, the clerk of the National Assembly, Michael Sialai, said that lactating MPs will not be allowed to do so in the debating chamber and must abide by the rules of the House.
The Honorable Zuleka kindly withdraw with decorum.
This came after Kwale woman representative Zuleika Hassan was asked to leave the debating chamber after coming in with her baby.
The Honorable Zuleka, you must get out of the house immediately.
The clerk said the Parliamentary Service Commission had provided facilities for lactating MPs and baby care in Parliament premises.
So, and now as you ask for more women to come into Parliament, you know, you need to provide a family-friendly atmosphere at work.
The question we must now ask as Kenyans is this: if even lactating members of Parliament have nowhere to breastfeed, nowhere to change their children, sometimes their children could be sick, they want to be close to them as they breastfeed. Sometimes you want to encourage breastfeeding. If even MPs, female MPs, don't have such places, who else has them?
In the same month, just a week before the census kicked off, Isiolo woman representative Rehema Jaldesa raised concerns over residents being left out of the census due to the effects of drought. During a census awareness campaign in Kina Ward, the MP pleaded with the county and national governments to provide food and water to hungry residents to ensure that pastoralist families remain at home on August 24th and 25th. In September, MPs led by Nyando legislator Jared Okello revealed that they were on a mission to change the Health Amendment Bill 2019, which seeks to prohibit the detention of patients, diseased bodies and patients' documents over unpaid bills. The MPs said hospitals should find an amicable way of resolving the issue with the affected relatives instead of detaining the bodies. According to an analysis done by the Budget and Appropriation Committee, the national government will have to allocate 50 million shillings for each county every financial year to fully achieve the objective of the bill.
The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission revealed that it was investigating claims that some MPs could be holding foreign passports which could be illegal under the law. This action came after activist Okia Omtata asked the commission to investigate 10 MPs and 1 former legislator that could be holding foreign passports and served their terms while still holding the passports.
This led to Naivasha MP Jane Kihara denying reports that she holds dual citizenship after her name appeared among the list of 10 legislators who are alleged to hold dual nationality. Kihara termed the move as a political witch hunt, hinting at a possibility of seeking legal redress. It is in October that Kikuyu Member of Parliament Kimani Ichung'wah, Kabete MP Githua Masukuru and Dagoretti MP John Kiari say that they will support a bill seeking to raise the debt ceiling so that the government can borrow more to meet its 2019-2020 budget. Ishungwa said that they believe the government has the capacity to repay the existing loans and continue implementing its development agenda. Meanwhile, the Senate termed the controversial Managed Equipment Services MES initiative as a scandal of all time, following damning revelations by the Council of Governors. The description came as governors disclosed that President Uhuru Kenyatta's promise to form a task force to probe the 63 billion shillings MES program is yet to be implemented.
Health is 95% devolved. Why is it that the national government decided to take it upon themselves to procure for the counties? It would have been prudent maybe for the ministry to come up with a policy to standardize, or a framework to standardize, so that counties can be able to procure their own equipment according to their needs. The way you do it with KEMSA, because there's a way the counties have been forced to actually procure from KEMSA, either because of standards or whatever it is, the reason, then the same should have applied to these equipments. And as Senator Pareno said, some equipments are not even equipment, these are disposables, like catheters.
I did indicate on pages 2 of the landscape document the consultation that there was between the Ministry of Health, the governors, as well as the Ministry of Health and the CECs, including what I have given as one of the annexes of the communique which was signed by the ministry and the county.
In November, and still in the Senate, senators said that with the amendment of the Public Finance Management Regulations, Treasury now has more legroom to push public borrowing to 9.1 trillion shillings from the current 5.8 trillion starting July 2023. Bowing to political pressure from the executive, 37 out of 47 lawmakers who were present in the House on that day endorsed the National Treasury's proposal to change the law and increase the debt ceiling.
We are now thinking as a country, is it possible for us to do a dual carriage, Mr. Speaker, from Mombasa to Busia, Mr. Speaker, so that the generation of this country can benefit from? So we are not saying as a Senate, Mr. Speaker, that borrowing is wrong. We are not also saying that borrowing is a bad thing. Two things are important. One, is the debt manageable, Mr. Speaker? Number two, is it being utilized, Mr. Speaker, to construct infrastructure or long-term projects that are going to benefit in many generations?
We have borrowed more than 14 cabinet secretaries since independence. There must be a reason why we need to borrow another 3 trillion shillings on top of 6.1 trillion. Members of the Senate, what is your GDP today? Your GDP is at 10 trillion shillings. 9.8, and now we want to extend the ceiling to 9. What sort of a country does that?
So if you think you're going to win an election because of this debt thing, my friend, you're still too far. I must say, with respect.
Out of the 37, only 7 senators, including Bungoma Senator Moses Wetangula, Makueni Senator Mutula Kilonzo, Kericho Senator Aaron Cheriot, and nominated Senators Millicent Omanga and Victor Prengei, opposed the motion. In the National Assembly, Speaker Justin Muturi disputed claims by MPs that they were not given enough time to prepare to discuss the President's proposal to repeal the law capping interest rates. At the time the matter was considered, only 161 of the 349 MPs were in the House. At least 233 were needed to veto the President's proposal. According to the House Biometric Register and Login System, 270 of them were in the chamber. This means that despite the matter having been listed in the House order paper that shows a list of the business to be transacted, the legislators did not bother to participate. The Speaker said the MPs had no excuse since both the print and electronic media had on many occasions carried notices that the matter will be coming up for consideration by the House for deliberation. Additionally, the Speaker ordered that a division bell be rung for 10 minutes so that members who might have stepped out of the House could return and participate in deciding the matter. Still in November, the much talked about BBI report was finally launched at the Bomas of Kenya in the presence of President Uhuru Kenyatta, Deputy President William Ruto, NASA leaders Raila Odinga, and Kalonzo Musyoka among leaders from both sides of the divide. This came 20 months after the March 2018 handshake. Chaired by Senator Yusuf Haji, the task force said it collected views from more than 7,000 Kenyans after touring various parts of the country. MPs from both houses were present at the release of the 156-page document, thus putting a hold on Parliament proceedings on that day.
As 2019 came to a close, the Public Accounts Committee of the National Assembly revealed that it now wants the Office of the Auditor General to undertake a comprehensive performance audit of the payment of 100 billion shillings for the purchase of 100 portable medical clinics after it turned out that the government might not get value for its money.
Despite being procured more than 2 years ago, the portable clinics were still lying idle at a National Youth Service yard in Mombasa, despite lack of such facilities in slums and rural areas where they were to be taken to ease the agony expectant mothers have to endure. The committee accused the EACC for taking too long to investigate the matter despite having commenced investigations into the alleged fraud in 2017. Further, the MPs trashed Health PS Susan Mochache's explanation relating to the project justification as well as the cost of portable clinics versus constructed ones, saying these did not address all the issues raised satisfactorily. The committee's move comes after the Auditor General in the 2016-2017 financial year said it was not possible for the government to get value for money for the expenditure.
With 2019 gone, a lot of focus is now expected to shift to the Senate, with governors who have been accused of embezzling public funds facing possible impeachment.
Eric Mnene, Ebru TV.
All right, Eric Mnene, thank you for that. But to a global problem that stems from right here at home, and the world has a plastic pollution problem. That is the big picture. It has countries looking for creative solutions. Environmentalists say there's no more time for talk. As VOA's Arash Arabasadi reports, they say it's time for action. For third place finish. So county matters now, when youths in Mwingi, that is in Kitui County, closed the year in style, thanking to the Nguna Cup, which kept them busy in the soccer games with more than 100 teams participating. Mwingi Junior Stars won the men title in 2019 after edging out Ngutani FC 1-0 in the finals. They bagged a trophy alongside a cash prize of 100,000 Kenya shillings. The games have been playing an integral role in keeping the youths busy during the festive seasons and discouraging them from engaging in immorality and drug abuse.
Let me express the satisfaction actually I've witnessed here. The standard of football is so high, and we have been having scouts who have watched this game, and I'm sure we are going to take 2 or 3 players to the trials to visit to the national team. Already we have produced 1 super player who is playing for Tusker FC, and these are looking upward as far as the talents are concerned in this.
All right, to Vihiga County, where thousands of soccer fans converged at the Chevakali High School for the season finale of the Inter-Ward Soccer Tournament in Vihiga County. Vihiga Governor Dr. Wilbur Otichilo has advised youths to take sports seriously as an enterprise. Lugaga Mwalimuna Ward emerged champions in the boys category after seeing off Sabatia West Ward 4-2 on post-match penalties. In the girls category, Mabungo Ward were crowned champions after beating Muhudu 3-2. The annual event seeks to identify and unlock hidden talent among the young people.
I feel proud when I've been given this chance to expose my talent to the world. Actually, this is a good show because many people who are not attending schools, they have now opportunity to show their talent.
Kama idara tumesema mwaka wa kifedha wa 2020-2021 tutaweza kuweka fedha kuanzisha ile talent center ambayo wale ambao kuna vipaji zingine tofauti isipokuwa mpira ama basketball wanaweza kupata nafasi.
Tumeweka sasa sheria ya sports ambayo itaweka pesa ya kuhifadhi ya kuona kwamba michezo yetu inafanywa vile inatakiwa iwe wakati wowote kama tunataka.